All right, Jordan, you're in charge of the loom cube. Okay, good job, Jordan. That looks good. So today we are trying coffee that we were wanting to put into Threads and Thistles inventory.
Yeah.
Thomas is our coffee expert, so he has set up some samples for us to try. We are going to name it after Harold's Cafe, so if you follow me on Twitch. Harold is a little frog guy. What?
He's very cute.
Oh, yes. Anytime I hear these two whispering, I'm just like...
You shut up!
No. But yes, Harold is a little frog who owns a side business on part of Threads and Thistles inventory. We love him. There is going to be coffee that is based off of Thomas and his interests. Alyssa's coffee, there's gonna be Harold's coffee, Hank's coffee, Truffles is gonna have his own blend as well. And Raleigh is basically just sticking to the decaf. So we also have Beans and Jordan trying coffee with us. Say hello.
Hello.
This is the drill.
I think what we should do next is have you, Thomas, like go through exactly what the tasting process is. So that we're gonna bring y'all over to our little tasting section, and then Thomas is gonna give you the rundown on how we're gonna taste our coffee today.
What we're doing is a cupping session. We have 10 different coffees. Thank you, Peanut Gallery. Everything has been ground at exactly the same grind setting. Everything has exactly the same amount of coffee, exactly the same amount of water in it, brewed at the same temperature. We're trying to get a really good understanding of what this coffee is next to this coffee, next to this coffee. So that's why they have all been treated exactly the same way. We're going to each get our own spoons. We're going to take a little bit of coffee, and then we're going to taste the coffee, and then pop it back in the water, rinse off the spoon, and then go to the next one. Here we do have several single origins. We have a couple different blends. All of these are going to be done from different regions, from different roast levels, depending on what the roaster thinks is the best representation of the coffee. We are going to treat everything the same way, and then we're going to test and compare. So who wants to have some coffee?
Yay!
Single origin from Colombia.
Raleigh has a very fancy spit cup for
Which
the caffeine.
I normally use for miso soup, but whatever. That's
I'm gonna wash it.
Yeah, it can be washed.
You're best friends.
There's a dishwasher.
I like these two the most so far.
The Columbia is really bitter, and I don't like the bitterness as much. And this is really nutty, which I appreciate. These two are really bitter, but I like that one the most.
The Brazil's
it's
really
the
good.
most nutty.
I thought you said that one was the bitter one.
No, the Columbia is the bitter
Columbia's better.
And this South American blend.
And
The higher
this one
roast.
is very subtle. This is
This
very
one is
light.
more of a darker roast, though.
Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil's more of a darker roast.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Okay. Try it.
Tastes
Like I'm
super
doing all this, but I'm adding creamer to my coffee.
Isn't like the darker the roast, the less caffeine there is in it?
like sort of, but also not really. The dark roasted bean is less dense.
I see what you mean about Colombia.
Yeah.
Very
it's really bitter.
I honestly feel like I would like Colombia with my creamer. I like
true.
that kind of zing to it. What kind of, so the Colombia roast is a medium roast. Yeah, the decaf is a medium roast.
I kind of like this
from
Guatemala.
Brazil. You like Guatemala?
Yeah, it's really, there's not a lot of flavor at all.
This one is very sweet.
Yeah, I agree. The one of the
We should,
the
you know what I'm gonna do now? You know what I'm gonna do? I will now be getting my journal of thoughts. I will be taking notes.
The Journal of Thoughts! The Journal of Thoughts!
Journal is ready, glasses are on. So it is very serious business time. Coffee, notes, no pun intended. I am looking for Harold's signature brew. I'm looking for Hank's favorite, Truffles' favorite, Thomas's.
I found my favorite.
You have?
Yeah.
And then Alyssa.
Yeah, I actually want to buy like a pound of it.
Oh, you really like it that much?
I want to put it into, I want to try it in a couple different
Don't tell me if your favorite.
ways. I want to, so I do want to try it as an espresso, but mostly I think it'd be really great as pour over, and I only have this much beans.
origins.
I will admit, I'm actually really disappointed in the single origins. So
does
the
that
single origins are the ones that come from a single place,
I like
right?
the Guatemala,
So
though.
Brazil, the Guatemala was good. Brazil,
we
Mexico,
liked the
Colombia,
Brazil one.
I
and
also like the
normally,
Brazil.
Yeah, we
Normally,
liked
yeah.
this one.
I did not.
I
I didn't
didn't
like it
either.
at
Interesting.
all.
Why didn't you like it?
It felt too bitter to me.
That's what we felt
But
about
like
the
dry,
That's what we liked about
dry
Colombia.
bitter, like a boring bitter.
Like astringent.
So we're gonna add 6 coffees to the store for now, including decaf. So that means we have 5. So we need to be getting rid of 4. I didn't like Colombia.
I'm gonna try this again, and I'm gonna brew this because I normally love Colombian coffees, and I'm super disappointed.
Yeah, you thought that
I
was gonna
didn't
be your
like this one.
favorite.
I like this one's my favorite.
Which is the fruity one?
Yeah, so the super light
Nice.
roast level.
Naturally.
Very gay.
Light
I also
roast.
really like the Guatemala, which is also a pretty light roast. I generally like lighter roast levels.
So we didn't like Colombia or Mexico so far.
Honestly, the single origins were just like disappointing, and I am so confused.
And guess what came in? It's a little Herald mug. You can get these in the store now. I was too excited holding on to this design without putting it on anything. So now we can all get mugs and hats and t-shirts soon with the Herald logo. This is the logo that is going to be on the coffee bags. Ta-da! So I also thought it would be fun to try my cold brew in the Herald mug. So we're going to try the cold brew that is going to be under my name in the store, my signature cold brew or whatever it is I'm going to end up calling it. So I'm just gonna make some coffee and then just go do some work. So literally all I do to my coffee is just do the cold brew and then add this creamer. That is all that I do. And well, okay, and I lied, and a few ice cubes, and that's it. So we're gonna see how this tastes. Yep, I was right, it's delicious. We're keeping it. We have a winner, everybody.
I did try the Colombia in the cupping session, and I was honestly super disappointed. We're gonna do the Colombia again. I have 14 grams right here, ground at about what I would do for a Calida. Okay. Espresso is usually a 2-to-1. You're making a really concentrated brew. Most pour over, which is what we're doing here, most pour over is going to be, 1 to 16, 1 to 17, 1 to 18, something like that. I'm gonna put in about a 1 to 16 ratio. So right here, I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit. I'm gonna let the coffee bloom. This will let some of the carbon dioxide kind of bubble off. A little bit of aeration to cool it down. We have our coffee freshly brewed.
Our notes.
And our notes, excellent. It did brew a little bit faster than I was expecting. So we'll see. It might be a little bit on the underbrewed side.
That's a really cute mug.
That is a really cute mug. Oh my god, you know what? This is actually from oh yeah. Right up in the camera. Let's give this a little sipsy doozy.
You said sipsy doozy in my video. Do you like it?
I'm still disappointed.
You don't like it?
No!
So
I'm
you-
kind of annoyed at this point.
So you liked the light roast
Ugh.
fruity blend.
Hey.
Thoughts on Colombia? No.
Yeah, I gotta say no.
And that was gonna be your go-to.
I
also.
know, this is the one that I picked and I was like, oh my god, yes. But it's not,
So yours is
I
gonna
won't
be
get into
the
it,
more
but
citrus light roast.
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that blend, yeah.
So
I
that's
actually
gonna be
really
your
like
go-to.
that.
I personally prefer a darker roast, like a medium darker roast, and Beans also made a good point where the ones that we saw that were kind of like more of a medium light roast with like, what was it, Beans? Like a kind of a chocolatey, citrusy note to it, it might make for really good cold brew. Hank says that he really likes the light roast.
Yes, I picked my blend out myself. It was what I will have every morning.
Oh my goodness, Hank, and what a lovely mug you have.
Yes. Make sure you get this mug and lots of other wonderful mugs and clothing for gamers at ttinventory.com.
What did Truffles say?
Truffles said that he was gonna burn down the house with all of us in it.
Oh, okay, but before he did that, he did say that he liked the Brazil
he
dark
did. He did
roast.
really like the Brazilian.
Okay,
Yeah.
and he was gonna call it his Truffles' Anarchy blend. So you know,
Is this before or after he was gonna rob that bank?
probably during. Harold, the starter of this entire business, the coffee side of the business, rather, did really like the Guatemala roast. He liked the orangey, zesty almond. It's a good start to your morning, and he is a morning boy after all.
I did actually really like the Guatemala. That was my second pick after the blend.
Harold knows what he's talking about. It's a good medium roast, and we will be providing whole bean options and ground coffee options, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So you know, for different brewing methods. So yeah, there was only one decaf option.
Yeah.
And it was okay, but we're curious about trying different brewing methods.
And I'm just glad that there is a decaf option, but I think that trying to brew it in different ways will be helpful.
Like maybe it might be nice for if we were to add more to it, like sweeten it up, or just add something that gives it a little more zhuzh.
And that's the thing, like it has a coffee taste. It's not like fancy coffee taste, but it is if you're just like really craving coffee and you can't have coffee because of caffeine.
You gotta do what you
kinda,
gotta do.
It scratches that itch, which is really nice because I certainly do have that.
Well, and it'll be a challenge for us too. I think another fun video at some point would be like trying different coffees, and Thomas has syrups and stuff that we can experiment with. It'd be fun to it'd be fun to make like fancy sugary coffees maybe with the decaf. But thank you guys so freaking much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. We're going to keep you updated on all things TTI and behind the scene things.
The mugs are super cute. TDT.
I sell stuff, you guys. I sell things.
Yeah.
She has a
Also,
sword.
she's on like Twitch and she's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something about Silver being the strongest.
I thought Silver was the strongest!
I thought Silver was the sharpest.
Stick me in the hospital and give me free Jello.
Break my leg and put me in a hospital so I can get free Jello. If my husband thinks I'm funny, that's all that matters. And shut up. Jordan is behind the camera playing with Harold's little baby cousin. But we'll see you guys next time. Everybody say goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.